on the final Q30 newscast of the year. The countdown to commencement is on, and students across campus are eagerly waiting to graduate and cross the stage right here on the quad. Find out how the university is making the event more inclusive for everyone.
And a big milestone for the School of Medicine as they get ready to celebrate 1 decade of graduates joining the medical field. What changes could be coming to the program in the next few years?
Plus, helping students in their fight against mental health issues. We'll recap an event in Hamden that focused on giving them the resources that they need.
All that and much more coming up on the Q30 newscast. Welcome to the last Q30 television show of the semester, and of course, it's the Q30 newscast. I'm Olivia Cattell.
And I'm Katie Cohen. As executive producers of this very show, we are so excited to be here behind the desk for one final time.
The countdown to graduation is on. It's a day students wait 4 years for, and the university is adding a new space to accommodate for sensory disabilities.
Q30's Samantha Pirelli has the story for one last time.
As graduation approaches, so do concerns about accessibility. Fourth-year Euphemia Nikolakis and graduate student Lexi Glimbizzi are making a difference to make graduation enjoyable and safe for people with disabilities, including their own siblings. The Director of Office of Students Accessibility, Kate Palumbo, received their letter asking if there could be a space set aside for people with sensory disabilities, and she was on board with the idea immediately.
We identified a space within the Student Center that is more or less reduced distraction, sensory friendly. And by that we mean like it's away from the hustle and bustle of the crowd.
Nikolakis mentions how graduation is a milestone, and having her younger sister there to support her with the changes implemented makes the day even more special.
Because it really is an issue close to my heart, because I have a sister who has a lot of medical issues and disabilities, so having equal opportunity for her to participate in this really special day in my life was really important to me, so I wanted to make sure that she could participate.
As far as the future for the new changes during graduation at Quinnipiac, Glimbizzi hopes that these plans will continue beyond her time for future Bobcats with disabilities.
My goal was to just leave something behind that's beneficial not only to the university but to everyone who goes here, and like in the future, a future Bobcat could have autism, and that Bobcat deserves to go to their own graduation ceremony.
The students involved are excited that their families will be able to watch them graduate in the new, safe environment that they created this year. For Q30 News, I'm Samantha Pirelli.
Great changes being brought to commencement this year. Thanks, Samantha. Now let's take a look at when each school will be throwing their caps up in the air. First up are the students in the School of Business and Computing and Engineering at 10 on Saturday. The School of Health Sciences is next, starting at 3 on Sunday. The College of Arts and Sciences and School of Communications take the stage in the morning, with Nursing and Education in the afternoon. Undergraduate and graduate students will be celebrated in the same ceremonies this year, which are all taking place on the Mount Carmel Quad. The Netter School of Medicine and School of Law have their ceremonies on Friday the 12th.
Last fall, Quinnipiac began its chapter of the Community Emergency Response Team, or CERT, and just last week the program celebrated its very first class of graduates. Students spent the past few months learning about disaster preparedness and response skills. A future CERT captain explained what she's taken away from the program and why others should join.
I think that more students should be more aware of this organization. It's a really great resume booster, and also it just gets you more involved in the community. And then it's just a basic life skill that you learn that I think is crucial for in case of an emergency. At least you'll know what to do.
The School of Nursing is welcoming a new addition. Larry Slater will be coming to Quinnipiac as the next dean for the School of Nursing. He's currently working at the University of Memphis, where he serves as the Associate Dean for Academic Programs in their College of Nursing. Slater also termed as the interim dean in 2021 and 2022. He's set to start at the end of June.
The School of Medicine's Office of Equity, Inclusion, and Diversity, as well as the Netter Library, will be unveiling a brand new book collection. The library received a $2,000 grant last month to expand their collection with the specific goal of including more diverse voices. The new collection will be unveiled in a ceremony in the Netter Library tomorrow afternoon from 12 to 12:30.
Speaking of the School of Medicine, they're celebrating a big milestone this week as their 10th class of medical students crosses the stage at graduation.
Q30's Sydney Weimer has more details on what they have planned for the future.
The Quinnipiac community is getting ready to celebrate a very important 10-year milestone for the School of Medicine. The Frank H. Netter School of Medicine, located on Quinnipiac's North Haven campus, has grown immensely over just a short period of time. Since its inauguration, the school has graduated over 600 students. In return, Quinnipiac will celebrate the success by holding on-campus ceremonies to give recognition of the medical school's 10th graduating class. A medical illustration symposium will be held, as well as an art exhibit to honor Dr. Frank H. Netter, whose legacy inspired the name of the school. Big plans are in store for the future of the medical school, as a new curriculum expansion will begin, with Hartford Healthcare planning to increase the school's current class sizes. Details on the location and date of the celebration have yet to be released, but if you're interested in attending, stay tuned for more information this coming fall. Reporting from the Quinnipiac University's North Haven campus, for Q30 News, I'm Sydney Weimer.
It's that time of the semester again. Finals begin next week, and many students are getting in their last-minute studying. The Recreation Wellness Center hosted an event earlier today as part of the weekly Wellness Wednesdays that gave students a break from the studying. Those who attended the event were able to build their own goodie bags with items to relieve stress.
One of the most essential keys to success in college is prioritizing your mental health, and that's what the month of May is all about. Q30's Keenan Mills attended an event in Hamden that helped spread awareness and gives tips to how to help yourself when you're struggling.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month around the country. Year after year, officials continue to strive to spread awareness. The best thing they say is just to talk about it.
Whenever it is possible to have a conversation with everybody, with the community, you open up, you bring awareness.
An American Psychological Association study during the 20 to 2021 school year reported that 60% of college students met the criteria for at least one mental health problem. Many students recognize that there's no issue with asking for a little support.
I feel like it's really important to kind of stress the idea that it's okay to ask for help, and mental health is kind of a thing that a lot of people here struggle with.
To spread awareness, the Hamden Library hosted a mental health and recovery community conversation. Here, they talked how important community is and gave some tips for students.
So it is okay not to be okay. It is okay to ask for help. It is okay to, take a break.
Quinnipiac recently partnered with Hartford Healthcare to provide free mental health support to all of its students. The counseling center is in there, the second floor of the new Health and Wellness Center.
Time management, organization kinds of things. If you've lost a loved one and you're grieving and you need some support that way, there's a whole bunch of group counseling in addition to the individual counseling we offer here.
Along with counseling, some students recommend taking time for yourself, especially during a busy time like finals week.
I promise that sometimes if you just take like a 10 to 15 minute break to yourself, whether it be walk around the quad, it's really nice out today, or just like take some time to your friends, grab a coffee with someone or something.
Students can reach a 24/7 mental health provider anytime they need on the Quinnipiac website. Reporting for Q30 News, I'm Keenan Mills.
The Quinnipiac Women in Film Organization, along with the Film, Television, and Media Arts Department, as well as the Cinematic Production Management Program, hosted a documentary screening yesterday. The documentary, titled Brainwashed, Sex, Power, Camera, explores how the sexual politics of film shot design upholds ideals of sexism and abuse in society. Filmmaker Nina Makes also zoomed in for a Q&A session.
While some students interacted with the documentary, others got the chance to share their work with an audience. Students in Professor Jason Koo's advanced poetry class got the chance to read their poems in front of members of the campus community. You're looking at some video from the event tonight in the Student Center. Some even brought their family and friends from home to commemorate the end of the semester.
Earlier today, the Quinnipiac Spirit Organization held an end-of-semester celebration outside on the quad to honor the end of the semester. The ceremony also offered mini golf and a barbecue that students could participate in.
Quinnipiac had a very special visitor on Sunday.
The Student Programming Board brought rapper Offset to perform at this year's Wake the Giant.
It all happened at the M&T Bank Arena on York Hill campus. Students lined up outside in the rain, all to see Offset take the stage.
He performed his most well-known songs and some crowd favorites from his old group, Migos.
It's time to take our first break of the night, but there's still so much more to come. Up next, we'll tell you what you need to know about when you need to pack up and leave campus.
Plus, how the new debt ceiling could impact us as college students and people across the country.
But first, we have Q30's Andrew Reynolds to give us a quick preview of this week's forecast. Andrew, are those summer temperatures coming to Hamden yet?
Thank you, Kate and Olivia. Those summer temperatures are on the way, but not yet, as this week we're looking at some rain. As today it rained a little sun as well. High of 57, 43 degrees was our low today. And looking ahead to tomorrow, Thursday, it will be a high of 54, low of 42. It's a little bit cloudy as well. And then on Friday, the sun's coming out a little bit more, a little bit warmer as well. 60 degrees is our high and 44 is our low. A more in-depth look at the next 7 days after the break.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. Why? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
The Quinnipiac Comic Sans Improv Group will be hosting their final improv show of the year this Friday night. It will be held in Buckman Theater at 7 p.m. and entry is free. In addition, the show will feature live music from the Rhythm Doctors. Visitors can also bring non-perishable food items and sanitary products to be donated to the New Haven Pride Center at the event.
We all know the semester is coming to an end with finals beginning on Tuesday. That means it's time to make arrangements to leave campus. All residence halls close on Saturday, May 13th at 10 a.m., but students are expected to move out by noon the day after their last final. Anyone graduating is allowed to stay until noon on Monday, May 15th, but remember to fill out the online checkout form on My Housing after you leave to avoid a $100 fine. If you need to stay on campus this summer, housing information is also available on My Housing.
While things are wrapping up on campus, the world of politics never stops.
Q30's Tim Malone is joining us tonight to update us on the new debt ceiling that may cause some trouble at the Capitol. Tim?
Thank you, Katie and Olivia. The country could face serious economic issues if lawmakers wait too long to negotiate a new debt ceiling. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says the U.S. could default on its debt as early as June 1st if Congress does not raise the country's borrowing limit. President Biden invited House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and other congressional leaders to a meeting on May 9th to negotiate the debt ceiling. McCarthy and other Republicans want to cut federal spending before agreeing to a raise. Last week, House Republicans passed a bill that raises the limit but cuts federal spending. Democrats want a bill with no conditions attached.
Pay our bills, and we should do so without reckless hostage taking from some of the mega Republicans in Congress.
This comes as the banking sector faces uncertainty. First Republic became the third major bank to fail since March and is the second largest bank collapse in U.S. history. In other news, a former FBI agent has been charged for his involvement in the January 6th riot. Former agent Jared Wise was arrested on Monday for illegally entering the Capitol during the January 6th riot back in 2021. Wise was a member of the FBI from 2004 to 2017. He was captured on body cam footage calling police officers Nazis and the Gestapo. Prosecutors say that Wise also encouraged other rioters who were attacking police, shouting, "Kill him," repeatedly. Wise is one of several active or formal members of law enforcement to face the charges related to the attack. That's all I have for politics this week. Back to Katie and Olivia at the desk.
Thanks, Tim, and thanks for all your hard work and newscasts for the past 2 years. We have to step away for a moment, but stick with us because Q30's Andrew Reynolds has the upcoming weather forecast for the final weekend of the semester.
And Students Walking for a Cause will take you to a very special event on campus honoring Connecticut's longest-serving news anchor at one station. Stay with us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spot on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Welcome back to the Q30 Newscast. As the semester is winding down, temperatures are hopefully going up.
Tonight we're bringing back our very own Q30 Newscast producer, Andrew Reynolds, to tell us what we can expect as finals week and commencement get closer and closer. Andrew?
Thank you, Kate and Olivia. Now, before the break, we talked about some possible upcoming warmer weather going into the summer, and I'm here to guarantee that for you as we start off on Saturday, where it's going to be a high of 65 degrees, low of 47, and then on Sunday, it's going to be a high of 68 and a low of 49. And then on Monday, the sun is out, and prepare for those finals, as it is a great day to study outside, as we have a high of 71 degrees and a low of 51. And then on Tuesday, it's going to be a little bit warmer with a high of 72 and a low of 53. So great day to start off the finals in warmer weather to kind of decompress after those finals. Now, let's move on to Connecticut as we start on the western side. In Torrington, right now it is 46 degrees, 48 in Danbury, 52 in New Haven, 51 in Hartford. As we move on to the eastern side, it is at 49 right now in Norwich and 50 in New London. That is it for the weather this week. Send it right back to Kate and Olivia at the desk.
Thanks, Andrew. Let's hope the forecast gets a little bit better in time for next weekend. But rain or shine, events on campus don't stop.
Even with the showers, the community gathered on Saturday to celebrate Connecticut's longest-standing news anchor at any Connecticut station, and a cause near and dear to her heart. Q30's Julia Barcello has more.
I'm here at the annual Walk to Fight Rare Diseases for the Denise DeSanto Foundation. Today, the community came out to honor Denise's memory and support a cause that she was passionate about.
Denise DeSanto was the longest-standing female news anchor from New Haven's WFSB and a Quinnipiac alum. Family and friends of DeSanto created the Denise DeSanto Foundation in honor of her legacy.
So Denise and I made up the longest-serving anchor team in Connecticut television history. I anchored with her for 25 years. We were friends instantly when I started, and she wanted to have a foundation. She said, I want to commit to some money and be able to give it away to some worthy groups. And so after she died, her husband, Wayne, daughter Catherine, and I came up with this plan to create the Denise DeSanto Foundation.
The foundation places an emphasis on things DeSanto was passionate about. Kara Sundlund, who works with Denise and is the vice president of the foundation, explains more.
When she passed away suddenly, we were all crushed, but we knew that we would carry on her human spirit. And the words that she gave here at Quinnipiac, when she gave the commencement address, she gave her lessons for a good life. Be open, be brave, and be kind. So we formed a foundation in her name with those tenets. So
the 2-mile walk to fight rare diseases wrapped around the Quinnipiac campus Saturday morning in honor and support of those suffering from rare diseases.
So the Jackson Laboratory is a proud sponsor. I think it's also the same. So we're proud to be here to show our support for the rare disease community and helping people impacted by rare diseases. And for Q30 News, I'm Julie Martello.
Now we'll take a look from Hamden to across the United States. Nick Antoniadis is right here in the studio with this week's national update. Nick, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Katie and Olivia. A lot has happened in national news, and we start with the Federal Aviation Administration being sued over an explosion that happened during a test flight with a SpaceX Starship. The groups argued that the FAA did not do an in-depth environmental report. They wrote, quote, the FAA failed to take the requisite hard look at the proposed project and has concluded that significant adverse effects will not occur due to the purported mitigation measures, end quote. Even with this specific matter, Elon Musk is still not worried about it, saying on Twitter that there has not been any damage to the environment that they know of. According to the U.S. officials, the U.S. military is tracking a mysterious balloon that is over American soil. It is still unclear where it came from. The military has been tracking it since late last week, and so far they have found no threat to national security. In early February, a Chinese spy balloon flew across parts of the U.S. after being shot down off Carolina coast. This time, however, officials are now saying that they do not believe that the balloon belongs to China. They are still currently working on who the owner of the balloon could be. Finally, the Biden administration is planning on sending 1,500 more military troops temporarily to the southern border. This announcement comes as Title 42, the public health law, is set to expire on May 11th. Officials say that the end of Title 42 could attract more people seeking a better life in America. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin approved the official, requesting and are sending soldiers to join 2,500 national troops already activated to assist law enforcement at the border. And that's all I have for national news. Back to you two at the desk.
Thanks, Nick. Coming up after our last commercial break of the year, a dedication honoring a coach who worked for decades for one big win.
And this week's edition of Quinnipiac spotlights a student taking her pageant skills to the national stage. We'll be right back after this.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing. After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this. You will find something.
You will find something new.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
The locker room for Quinnipiac's national championship winning hockey team has a new name.
After a donation from former player Jeff Kincaid, who graduated in 1984 when the team was still in Division II, the space has officially been renamed the Rand and Nikki Pecknold Locker Room, all to honor Pecknold's decades-long career and success at Quinnipiac.
Q30 spoke to Kincaid about what he hopes this donation does for the team.
So the whole goal in raising funds and me making this donation was for just that purpose, to win more championships. And in order to recruit the best student athletes, you've got to have the best facilities.
On the topic of athletics, it's time for our final sports report of the year.
Q30's David Klepfer is here one more time to give us an update on the final days of the spring season. David, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Katie and Olivia. This past Saturday, the Quinnipiac University men's lacrosse team traveled down to Poughkeepsie, New York to face off against Marist in the first round of conference playoffs. This is the Bobcats' first playoff appearance since the 2021 season, but due to COVID-19, those playoffs had to be canceled before anyone could hit the turf. Quinnipiac had beaten Marist not long ago, and we're expecting another tight, gritty game, but what we got was an offense-only shootout where the Bobcats were just not able to keep up. Marist took home the win with a score of a whopping 29-19, and the Bobcat season ends with a first-round exit. On a lighter note, the women's lacrosse team faced off against Canisius right here in Hamden this past Sunday in their first postseason appearance in program history. The women started strong, ending the first quarter with a 5-goal lead over their opponent. This momentum helped carry the Bobcats to a 10-4 victory over the Golden Griffins. Emily Feeney took the lead with 3 goals. Desiree Kleberg, Abby Wise, and Maddie Deegan each notched 2 as the Bobcats move on to the semifinals this Thursday, away against Fairfield. And lastly, later on that same Sunday, the Quinnipiac Acrobatics and Tumbling team attended the NCATA event finals down in West Liberty, West Virginia. The Bobcats qualified for event finals in 12 different categories and took home 4 national championships. The Bobcats took home the titles for inversion pyramid, duo tumbling, quad tumbling, and aerial tumbling. Sophomore Farah Chernov was the only Bobcat to win in multiple events, competing in both quad tumbling and aerial tumbling. That's all I have for my last sports report of the year. Back to Katie and Olivia at the desk.
Thanks so much, David, and what a great way for athletics to end the year. Now for our last story of the night, we are highlighting one student doing exceptional things as part of our Quinnipiac segment, which I helped bring back to life earlier this semester.
Gia Iwanek was recently named Miss New Jersey Collegiate, but has her sights on a national title. Q30's Vanessa Blasi attended the event on Sunday to send her off.
As the semester comes to an end, Quinnipiac students have many things planned for their summers, but none are as unique as second-year student Gia Iwanek's.
Number 10, Gia Iwanek.
Yes, so I will be heading to Little Rock, Arkansas to compete for the prestigious title of Miss Collegiate America. So I'm really excited about that.
Iwanek was recently crowned Miss New Jersey and will now take her victory to the national level, which is something she's dreamed of her whole life.
Oh my goodness. Well, little Gia was very shy, but pageantry brought out another level of who I am, and that's something that I am so grateful for.
But she did not get to this point on her own. Iwanek's mentor and pageant coach was crowned Miss Connecticut in 2003 at only 17 years old. She has been by Iwanek's side throughout her entire journey.
It truly does bring me to tears. It gives me that that warm fuzzy feeling, because there were so many times that I sat in the audience when she was called first runner-up or second runner-up, and the audience would be like in disbelief that she wasn't the winner.
In Arkansas, Gia will participate in a week full of events, including red carpet events, sister events, and even hiking trips. If she is crowned, Iwanek has plenty of plans.
My plans consist of extending my Brave and Beyond program. In addition, my work with my personal platform, Get Into Action, Happy Minds, Healthy Body, and my extension, Storytime with Gia.
To celebrate her departure, Iwanek held a send-off party at On the Rocks on Sunday. With massive support from friends, family, and even faculty members, Iwanek is ready for her moment.
Each and every day, I'm so proud to be a Bobcat. This is something that is so huge for our school, and I'm so honored to have been chosen to represent not only New Jersey, but also Quinnipiac.
Reporting for Q30 News, I'm Vanessa Blasi.
Newscast of the year and my final newscast as a member of Q30 comes to an end, I'd like to take a minute and reflect on my time in the organization. Even though I knew I wanted to join Q30 when I came to Quinnipiac, it took me an entire year to attend my first newscast rundown meeting. I was super nervous and I didn't say much, and it wasn't until the next semester when I became an associate producer that I really felt like I was part of the organization. I was able to try so many things and meet so many new people, including the girl sitting by my side right now. Katie encouraged me to apply for executive producer, and I cannot imagine working alongside anyone else so closely for the past year. She is genuinely such a role model to me, and I've learned so much from her and her extensive journalistic knowledge. But I most importantly have found one of my closest friends. I can only thank Q30 for bringing us together, despite us living just down the hall from each other our freshman year, and also allowing me to work with the producing staff that I did this year. To Andrew Reynolds and Julie Barcello, who will be taking over for us, I wish them the best of luck, and I hope their experience will be as amazing as mine. A massive thank you again to Q30 for truly defining my college experience.
As I prepare to say final goodbye on the Q30 Newscast, after 2 years of producing and a year and a half of being an executive producer for this show, I struggle to find a way to put my gratitude into words. I started getting involved with Q30 at the lowest point in my life. After losing my dad just 3 days into my sophomore year here at Quinnipiac, I felt like I had no hope. I lost my motivation and my passion for reporting that I had since I was 13 years old. The only thing I knew I wanted was that I wanted to be a producer for this show. I wanted to be a part of a team again and feel at home again, and thanks to all of you, I was able to do that. This organization has not only helped me physically move forward with my life, but it also allowed me to make my dad proud. And I can't thank everyone in this room, everyone watching at home, for giving me the chance to do that. And that's one of the reasons why I stayed for so long, but the other is the amazing people that dedicate their lives to putting a show on air every week. This organization is filled with the most hardworking and talented people I've met on campus, and no words can describe how honored I am to have been a part of it. To my fellow producers and everyone at Q30, many of whom become my close friends, you've made this journey worth it for me. I can't mention great friendships without talking about the girl next to me right now. Olivia, you have made my time here at Q30 worth every minute. I have no idea when you walked in this door last year how much of an impact you would have on my college experience. You're my rock, my best friend, and someone I know I can lean on at any point in my life. There's no one else I'd want by my side today and every day. And even though this ending is bittersweet, I can surely say I would not be the person I am today without Q30 television. It has given me the greatest experiences doing what I love, and all these moments have made me the journalist I am today. Without it, and the support of this organization, I would not be starting a full-time job producing here in Connecticut at WFSB Channel 3 next month. Stepping down and leaving something I'm so passionate about is so hard for me, but I'm so excited to see where Newscast goes next. To all the new producers, especially Andrew and Julia, who will be taking Olivia and I's place as EPs, take risks, work hard. Most importantly, cherish these moments. I hope you all know that I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines each and every day. It's so hard to say goodbye to something you love so much, but this isn't goodbye. The friendships, the memories, the experiences we've all shared in this one room in the Student Center on campus. This place has been my home every Wednesday, the best day of the week, a day I always look forward to. I cannot thank you all enough for making my time here so unbelievably special and filling it with more love and laughter than I could have ever imagined. For the last time on the Q30 Newscast with Olivia Cattell, I'm Katie Cohen.
Hello, Bobcats.
And welcome to the Q30 Newscast.
Reporting in Meriden. Reporting from North Haven parking lot.
Down in East Haven, Connecticut.
Reporting from outside Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, I am Andrew Reynolds, Q30.